Hi there, this is Cheryl from Determined to Thrive, and I'm sitting around on a Sunday morning. I am home and off from serving at church this morning, so I have two of the kids here with me, and Daddy took the other two kids, and they're serving this weekend. So I'm taking advantage of the day to finish up my meal planning for the rest of the month, or the last 2 weeks of the month, and then prepping some freezer breakfast meals, and then whatever other freezer dinners that I can kind of throw into a bag that would just be dumped into a crock pot. So hopefully I can get my list together and then share that with you. I have mentioned in a couple of videos about our meal planning and how I've switched over to a monthly plan that I repeat for about 3 or 4 months. So I have a summer plan that I'm just kind of changing over in September, and this will be like our fall menu plan, and it will probably run through December. Be working on making sure that I have 2 weeks worth of snacks ready, or snack ideas ready, and 2 weeks full of breakfast things. Now, some of my breakfast stuff we are going to prepare so that we have it for more than 2 weeks. Obviously, we're not going to eat all that stuff. Hopefully, well, I don't know. We haven't done this before. Hopefully, we won't eat it all in 2 weeks. And I have an outdoor freezer. So when I put things in the outdoor freezer, most of the time people leave it alone because they're not seeing it constantly, and they don't realize that it's out there. So things that I want to keep a little bit longer, I'll stick out there. Today what I'm going to do is I'm going to make an egg and turkey breakfast sausage casserole. We're going to do overnight baked oatmeal one day this week. We're going to do oatmeal applesauce muffins to put in the freezer. A high protein chocolate banana muffin. I'm going to try some pumpkin oatmeal breakfast bake, which I can cut into bars. Some breakfast cookies, and I want to say they have oatmeal and chocolate chips in them. Egg and cheese on an English muffin. What I'm going to get started making are probably the egg sandwiches and the egg casserole. I got 8 of them in there, and then I dumped the rest of my dozen eggs on the floor. So I just was cleaning that up, so I then get those in the oven at just be because it's ready, and I'm just cooking it at 350, and I'm just going to watch it and see how long it takes. Do now, I think, is start working on scrambling the eggs in my KitchenAid for the egg and sausage casserole, and then I'll get the sausage in the oven, on the stove. Okay, so I am cooking up a pound of turkey sausage, or turkey breakfast sausage, on the stove, and I'm sitting here next to my crock pot over here thinking, this is lunch today, or dinner, whatever you want to call it, and I don't have carrots or potatoes in it yet. So it's still 10 to 11. People won't be home for a couple more hours. So I'm going to real quick, while I am cooking up the sausage, I am going to peel some potatoes and get those stuck in there, throw the carrots in there, and then I'll get back to my breakfast casserole. Pulled out the eggs from the oven, and here, let me show you what they look like. Too much stuff going on here, but that's what they look like. They look like they're going to come out really good. They're a little hot, but maybe next time I'll look for a different kind of pan, but we'll see. We'll get those all assembled here in a minute. I've also got the sausage that I cooked up, the turkey sausage, for the egg casserole that I'm putting together. I got some potatoes and carrots put in my crock pot for that's meals for today. But then I'm cutting up some cubed potatoes for the egg casserole. We're going to add the potatoes in. So I'm going to boil up the potatoes for about 5 minutes, and then I'm going to add everything together in the one of these little disposable casserole dishes, and that's what we'll cook and then wrap and put in the freezer for the egg casserole. But I'm just cooking the potatoes a little bit. They're just really little cubes. I've got the sausage already done. I've got the eggs whipped over here in the KitchenAid already, and I clean as I go. I try to clean this. I can't stand too much stuff going on at one time, so I'm just cooking off the sausage from my cast iron pot and waiting for these potatoes to boil. I also don't have a ton of workspace on my counters. I have other things going on there, so I want to do a little bit of dishes, put some stuff in the dishwasher, and start pulling out stuff that I need to assemble the English muffin for the sandwiches. So what I'm doing right now is, here, let me show you. I'm over here preparing or putting together the breakfast sandwiches. Now, I don't really like the way the eggs came out because they're just really small, but it's still an egg. So I'm just taking one of the English muffins, opening it up, taking an egg. You see how it's really small and it doesn't even fit on there. And then I'm also using big cheese, which I really don't like, but I'm only using a half a slice of it. And we'll see how these go. I'm just making 12 of them. We'll see how people like them, and we'll see if we will do them again, but I'm really not all that excited about the way the egg came out, and I'll have to figure out another way to cook up the eggs in the right size. But for now, that's what I'm doing. So I'm sitting here thinking and realizing that I was starting to get a little overwhelmed because I was thinking of all the things that I needed to get done, and then there was a mess, and then I was thinking about the laundry, and then I'm sitting here looking at the clock, and then Daddy and the rest of the kids are going to be home soon. I was thinking about how I was going to start the next thing that I needed to start, and it was just really making my heart race. So today's tip: I'm determined to thrive in the kitchen. I'm planning and I'm doing one thing at a time and not worrying about what else needs to be done right now, and I'm not even going to walk over there and switch the laundry. So thumbs up for me today. This is my smart water, but it's not smart water anymore because I've refilled it a few times, so it's just my filtered water. So I'm going to go ahead and add this because I've drank my 1 cup of coffee this morning, and I poured myself another. Took a few sips out of it, and I'm really getting the jitteries, and I don't know if it's just because I'm anxious for what I'm doing or if I need some electrolytes. And I'm also swiping a Nature Valley biscuits. These are the cocoa almond butters, and they're yummy, but I have these in the snack bag for football, and I'm sneaking one because I don't know, I'm just trying to see if I need something to eat. I've had eggs this morning. If I need something to eat, if I need my electrolytes, and I'm just telling myself to chill out and relax, and hopefully this, whatever anxiety this is, will chill out. What I'm doing right now is taking a break. I was saying earlier that I was feeling like anxious, and my heart was beating really fast. I think I have all this stuff going on in my head that I wanted to get done today to kind of get it out of the way so that it'll make the rest of the week easy. But in the process of it, I'm making myself anxious about it. So the Lord's just reminding me to relax. It's all going to work out. Get a plan. I don't have to do everything all at one time. And just take a break. I cleaned up my counters and I'm good. And I keep telling myself to leave the laundry alone. I don't know about you guys, but sometimes I have a really hard time focusing on one thing. I mean, I've got stuff on this table. It's kind of bothering me. Things that I know need to get picked up and things that I know need to be done. And I'm just trying to focus on this one thing right now. So I know God tells us to go to Him in prayer and not be anxious for anything. So I know that's reversed. Not to be anxious for anything, but to go to God in prayer and supplication. And to continuously keep talking to Him. So that's why I keep saying, God, please just tell me what to do now so that I can get the things that need to get done today and not worry about the rest of it. So I'm taking a break. I'm drinking my water, having my little snack. My mom growing up always had a notebook, like a little tiny notebook that she was constantly writing stuff in. She'd write lists for things, she'd write down ideas, she'd write everything down. And of course, years ago, she told me when I was just explaining to her how I was like, I have all this stuff in my head and then I'm getting confused and I don't know what to do next. And she's like, you know, why do you think I write everything down? And most of the time she doesn't even go back to look at it. But she gets it all out, you know, she gets all that stuff out of her head. And then writing it down just helps. And then later on when she feels like she hasn't done anything or didn't get accomplished what she thought, she can go back and kind of cross off the things that she did and physically see that she did get something done. So I've got a major problem though, because I have several books all over the place. I will write things down in it, even grocery lists and things like that. And most of the time I don't even go back to it and look at it. Once I've written it down, I pretty much have remembered. But days like this, when I have a list and I had a plan to do, I want to be able to come over here with my little gel pen and cross off that the egg and sausage casserole is done for the most part. The egg and muffin sandwiches are done. And I feel like I haven't done anything. Because that's only two things. So I think what I'm going to do is make the oatmeal applesauce muffins and the breakfast cookies next. And I think I can do those next two things. And then Daddy and the kids should be home pretty soon. But I'm learning how to take things slower and do one thing at a time. I seriously have chicken and meatballs and all this other stuff that I have going on up here that I need to be able to focus on one thing at a time. So, I don't know if you guys have ever had those kind of days, but I do. Okay, what I'm doing right now is making a quick breakfast cookie, and I'm just going to use my little scooper, and it's a 1.5 tablespoon scooper, and just put them on my cookie sheet, and then it says to cook them for like 25 minutes. But okay, so I wanted to show you what was going on with the cookies. This is my first batch, and they're super teeny tiny, and I just went in to flatten them out. When I make cookies, they usually just spread out, but because of what's in it, I guess, they're not working in the oven the way I thought they were going to. These ones are the second batch, and I pushed two of them together, so there ended up being 3 tablespoon scoops, and I just flattened them out and made bigger ones, so hopefully they'll be better. And then these are the ones, the first batch of the ones with peanut butter in them. Okay, it is now, I don't know, 4:30ish, and I've been cooking all day, and I'm finally going to sit down and eat some dinner and watch a show with the kids. But so far we have completed a lot of stuff for the week and hopefully for the month. So let me turn the camera around and let you see what we've done. First of all, we've got about 3 pounds of meatballs sitting here, and they're draining, and we're going to put those in a baggie and get it put out in the freezer as soon as it's cool. But let me show you what we've got out here in the freezer. Let's see, what have we done today? We've done 3 dozen of some high protein chocolate muffins that are freezing in here. We've done a couple batches of those oatmeal cookies we were talking about, and then this down here is the egg, sausage and potato casserole. We've got a dozen of these English muffin sandwiches here. Those are banana breads that I had done a while ago. And then I've got right here, I just mixed up some feta burgers for some burgers, we're gonna have the rest of it. Inside in the inside refrigerator, I've got a ranch and chicken enchiladas pack and a honey mustard chicken pack that's just marinating.